Yeager say Divrei Bracha.
Very difficult posture to be in. The Rambam says, Hilchos Abel, the Rambam says, it seems to me, Shenechamas Abelim is Kedemis, Yudika Choyim. Rambam says if a person has a choice, he's only able to be Mekayim one mitzvah out of two. He has to be Menachem Abelim, or he has to be Mevaka Choyim, he has to go ahead and investigate the needs of a person that's not well, Yudika Choyim is. The Rambam says, it seems to him that Nichum Abelim comes first. The Rambam says, because Bika Choyim is a Toiva, it's a Milos Chesed for a live person, whereas Nichum Abelim is a Milos Chosadim, not only for the person that's alive to be Menachem Abelim, it's a Milos Chesed for the Nifta, for the person who is Nifta himself. Giving us a definition that Nichum Abelim is not just for the Shem Yachim Mishpacha, but for the BenZion himself. Rambam's Mockers, the Gemara tells us that there was a person that was Nifta, who say there are Yehuda, the neighborhood of Yehuda, and the one son, this person, it seemed he left no one to sit shiva with him. They have parents, they have children, Shem Yachim didn't have siblings, they were spouse, it seems. And so Yehuda got together 10 people, and they came to the base of the Nifter, and the Nifter came to him in a dream. He says, "Tanuch daitcha shenachtas daiti." He thanked him. You umaniach mendas. You see from that Gemara that the Nifter has a kairos ruach when there's nichum abelim. It's known from the Svasemis. Svasemis defines there's a pshat in this. It says that the Nifter is in a world olam shekula tayv. The world that's kula tayv. He sees things in a different perspective. He has an aerial view more than we have. Well, there's no comparison. It's a different thing. It's a different view. But self called self, he wants to have Shloshim. The Shloshim could be people get together. Even in the case of with Rabbi Yehuda, they talk and they learn from the Nifter. So much to learn from BenZion. We should hear from people who knew in the last few years and see how he grew, how he steiged, as we say. But also because the Nifter himself realizes that the family is carrying such a tsar, such a pain, that we don't have that view. We're not able to see it. And so when people are menachem, this is what Hashem says, people are menachem, this craven, they go ahead and they console, and somehow to find words to comfort, to give nechama to the mishpacha. That's a nachas ruach for him, because he knows be'etzem that there's no makom for. Our reaction. Mara says, you have to say Baruch Dein Emes. You can't say Teifa Meitiv. Also, Lava will say Teifa Meitiv even on the side that we went through, as the Tzlach explains in the Gemara. It means we'll get up and make a bracha Teifa Meitiv then. Now it's a bracha with Baruch. So to be here and say words to the Mishpacha, the Didir of Shmuel, to the Mishpacha, the whole Mishpacha, to the Ramona, to say it's a very difficult posture. There's really no words to say. And especially when you're talking about someone so young, as we just read in Eicha, Karolai Moyed, Ishbar Bachurai, that the Pasuk said Bachurai, that the Navi tells us that the Bansham set up a time to go ahead and Lishbar, to destroy Bachurai, the young ones. And the Medrash tells us, Pasha Silukin, it's the tira of Bachurim, of Chazal means young people. This Kasha Mechurban Beis HaMikdash, it's more difficult than the Churban Beis HaMikdash. that we can't expect. The Navi tells us, listen, if you're not going to change our ways, there's going to be a churban, but a young person, such a vibrant person as BenZion, someone that grew in his ruchnius and grew in his, I remember him when he was here many years ago, his sister, like Azun said, that his sharpness, that he would enjoy a sharp word and he would be able to answer you back, and he always with such a smile, such a ha'aris panim that he always had. Every time I saw him, a few times he would come back here, always a ha'aris panim, always a smile on his face, always happy to see somebody. And of course, we all know the Gemara tells us that name on this book, Mrs. Miriam, Mrs. Sadiqim, the Paraduma, why is it juxtaposed to the Paraduma, just like the Paraduma is Machapa, and here's in Shultus is Mala, Taros, and Yisrael. So too Mrs. Sadiqim is Machapa, Mala, Taros, and Yisrael. But there's another reason, Rabbi Seima taught us that the reason it's next to it is because just like a Paraduma is a Gzeira Himmelfanai, Enocha Rishus La'arach, we can understand the Paraduma. It's the prototype of a choy. So too, when a young person such as BenZion leaves this world, it's Enocha Rishus La'arach, we don't know what to say. So I ask Mechila, please just a few words, maybe we can just share together. And Medrash, again I ask forgiveness if I'm not Korean on Torahs, if it's not possible, I'm not the person to do that. The Gemara says, Medrash says, Maisa, Oibar Meir. Shohaya Moshe b'Beis HaMidrash. Is that the Beis HaMidrash? We taught Torah. It's Shabbos b'Shas Mitzvah, the Torah Shembash. Beis Shnei Bonah. And he lost two of his children. Ma also Ima. Medrash goes into what his mother did. She didn't tell her mayor. And when he came back, he says, Eichad Shnei Bonai, where are my two sons? Amrullah, the Beis Medrash, they've gone to the Beis Medrash, they've gone to the those words, but you've gone to the real Beis Medrash, the place where there's real Giluim, where we understand. Amrullah, Tzafisi, the Beis Medrash, I was just in Beis Medrash, I didn't see. She gave a question, Eichad Shnei Bonai. Amrullah, maybe they went, she gave him to each of them. Rabbi says, Rabbi, I want to ask you one question. Someone came today, he gave me an article, entrusted by me an article. Now he asked me to come and return it. Do I have to return it or not? Rabbi told his wife and daughter, Gemara says, I guess, what's you have to return it? Ma also saw, she showed him what happened. Rosh Neim Mason, and his school Boichem Omar, Bonai, Rabbi. Bonai B'derech Eretz. I came to Reb Shmuel the day of the Ptir of BenZion. He described his sons, who they were, what they taught him, what they taught the Mishpacha. They taught him in every Yoni Torah, in Yoni Gilus Kosadim, in Yoni Avodah. Bonai B'derech Eretz, Rabbi Sheim Avir, Bonai B'Tarasim. Ba'oisa Shah Amarlos, his wife told him, Rabbi, lo kach amarta li shani, she'onu tzrichen lahachzeh pikodin, the rabbi, don't we have to return to pikodin? Hashem nosan, Hashem lokach, the Bain Hashem takes, he says, Hashem lokach, the Bain Hashem takes. Bezdel vazen nichamta, this way she consoled him, v'nocha daita, and it's Yahshua. What is the nechama? We're very hard to understand. What is this nechama? Tell me, it's a pikodin. I want to say pshat. It's hard to know what it means. That could be the Ramban, the beginning of Bamidbar, when he talks about the mitzvah of counting Klal Yisrael then, Yimoyna Klal Yisrael, that you have to be poiked Klal Yisrael. The Pasuk tells us over there, the Ben Esam Shon of Amalo, Kol Yetzet Sav Yisrael Tivkud Oisam, the Tzavoisam Atav Ha'aretz. Says the Ramban, Inyan Pikod Kida, it needs to be Kida, it doesn't say the words, to be moina, to count different zikorin v'ashgocha al dover. It's to remember and a turning of attention. You have to turn the attention, like it says, v'Hashem pakad esara kasher. Hashem remembered sorrow. We know that's the Rosh Hashanah Nifli to sorrow. Pikadon. What's a pikadon? When you trust an article by someone. It says, Pikadon. When you trust an article. The meaning of it is that the person who receives it has to always attend to it, he always has to safeguard it, he also seem to take care of it. If the person who's given the pikadon is always thinking about that pikadon. Kol shkein the bala pikadon, the one who owns it is always thinking of the pikadon. The BenZion was mahafkid neshamas. And the BenZion takes away those neshamas. The BenZion is the kol yachol, and the BenZion understands it, it's a pikadon. We look at it, at BenZion many years, who knows what he could have done. The BenZion is telling us over here that this is what the BenZion wanted, this is what the BenZion wanted that BenZion should do in his life, what Avinam should do in his life. And so many people have been nesayra because of that. But I'm saying for teaches us, we know that this is zichar karban tzibur, we say. All the tragedies, especially tragedies in Klal Yisrael, B'chlal, are karbanos tzibur. They're karbanos tzibur, and we know the karbanos tzibur, karbanos needs a nisachim. It needs to be forewarned, you have to have libation. So when we have these karbanos, what is our nisachim? Some sefer says, it's the tears that come out of us. The tears represent when we understand that we have to change, we have to do something. It's Shmuel beautifully made to see him. Shmuel mentioned two endings of Mishnayos. Indian of Arvis and the Indian of Ein of Leo Bon Novi Elasas Sholem. Arvis is a guarantor. The Rebbe used to say when we were kids, a co-signer. A guarantor. The actual word arev means to mix, to synthesize, to put together, because that's what it is. When a person's a guarantor on a loan, he becomes one and one with the other person. That's why Klal Yisrael is called Kol Yisrael Arevim Zeh L'Zeh, Zeh B'Zeh, from the Shainis. Zeh B'Zeh, they become mixed. And as Shmuel Zayim said, the Hadran, V'harevna Hashem Elokeinu, not only to make sweet, but to mix it, the part of it. Anyone who knows of Shmuel knows that the Divrei Torah, the family B'chlal, knows that Divrei Torah is part of their vernacular. That's how they speak. It's Torah. Everything's a Torah. I've never spoken to a Shmuel unless there's somehow he connects it to the Torah, something that has a shaykhus to the Indian, no matter what it is, no matter how mundane it might be, or no matter how it seems totally has nothing to do with ruchnius, but it does. And the Mishnah says over there, Shalom doesn't mean peace just away. It means shalom in our souls. The David Melech says, Ein shalom nafshi. The first person misses the mark, there's no shalom within himself. But when you have a family with such b'nei Torah, as Mrs. Tumim said, Shmuel Aaron's name is Shin Aleph Gimel, Shmuel Shag. I said, Ari Shag. When a lion roars, anyone who's up, zeichet to be up at that time in the morning, and hears his shaga, hears his roar of Divrei Torah, mi lo yira, who doesn't it have effect on him? These are the nesachim. The Gemara tells us, Adam mevi kavana ayayim the nesachim la'achas man. Our tears have to come. Our tears have to come to realize what is the BenZion taken from us. A young man in his prime that could have taught us so much. It's our chiv to learn from this. That's the big slacham we can give BenZion. That BenZion should realize we're going to do something different. We understand. People learn, people do tzedakah, people do chesed, people do ma'asim tevim. What does it mean, Dailam Haba? And the Goyen says if a person goes ahead and he leaves over people, leaves children, Talmidim. All of us can be Talmidim to learn from BenZion Sterling Midas, to learn from who he was. Ein la menucha, that they're constantly growing even in the Olam HaNeshamis. The BenZion is the only Baal Nechamas. Ki Atahu Baal Yeshua so Baal Nechamas. All the parashas that we read now, the Haftarahs that we read now, are all Haftarahs of Nechama. The Rambam says all these Haftarahs are Haftarahs that lead us to Rosh Hashanah, to be Menachem us, to lead us to the ultimate of being together with the Rebbeinu Shalom and Simchas HaTorah. May the Rebbeinu Shalom, Shmuel, Rabbi to the Dalmana, Baruch Baruch Hu, should be Merapah, should be Rapeh, Rapeh Shivrei Lebchem, Shivrei Lev Ha'orim, Almana, Yitomim, מי שאמר לו לא מדע יום לצרסנו די מוח השם לימו מקרבונים שתזכת במשיח צדקנו במהרה בימינו.
We will continue now until the